Damn, it sounded like you like slapped an elephant or
What
something. It was so thuddy. Like you hit something thick. It's like, whoa.
I guess my hand is thick.
Just,
Whoa. Stupid.
It's like sonic waves coming from your hand. That's your superhero. That's your superpower.
That's my superhero.
That's your superhero power.
Yeah.
You clap and it's just like sonic waves.
It's just whoa.
And it's not even like the scientific hum, whoa. It's just like actually me dubbing over it, just really close to the mic, just whoa.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Daydream Arcade. My name is Brianna. This is that motherfucking Darryl. Yep. And today we're doing relationship advice.
I remember one time I was on the local news when I was a kid.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I didn't say anything, but it was for like a charity.
Oh.
And I was just, they were just like, oh, do the kids want to get into the camera? Like, come on. And like stood there.
Whoa.
And I remember watching it back and I just had this like the dumbest, like just 1,000-yard stare going. I'm like, wow, this is TV. Shit. I got a little bit better at, speaking on camera and being in front of the bright lights and stuff like that.
You know, I get that.
My own house.
With no one else around.
No one else around.
Yeah, I did like the morning announcements at school. And and that was like broadcasted on like the TVs that everyone had. Oh my god,
damn! What'd she do?
She like jumped and went face first into my desk.
Oh my god.
Like, what the fuck?
Did you get it on camera?
It was like slightly. I think.
Oh.
Like her face was cut off. Oh my god.
God, what the hell is wrong with me? Did you get it on camera? Your pet hurting itself? How big do you
how big do you what? Okay, well, this has just been 4 minutes of nonsense.
I was gonna say, how big do you think Shadow's brain is?
A pea. A pea.
It's been a minute since we've done played therapist. So since we done played therapist, so we're going to be doing some relationship advice today, y'all.
Yo!
All right, let's get into it.
This story was posted by ThrowRA Fran HQ8. The title is, my friend, 34 female, told me, 30 female, she made a pass at my boyfriend, 32 male, 2 years ago. Do I act on this? If so, how?
2 years ago, huh?
Yeah. I'm not going to read the ages again because I just read them. I have been with my boyfriend for 4 years, and we live together. I love him very much, and over time, we've integrated some of our friendship groups. One of my friends was one of those, and she became friends with my boyfriend too. My friend would always tell me how lucky I was, and would lament to me about her bad romantic experiences. She would bring boyfriends around, but they'd always break up, and the cycle would repeat. However, recently she asked if I wanted to go for coffee with her. I agreed, and while there, she told me that 2 years ago, on a night out I had been present at, she had got drunk and hit on my boyfriend. I was totally stunned. She was quick to stress that my boyfriend refused and nothing happened. She told me she felt guilty and wanted to clear her conscience.
Welcome back to the Daydream Arcade, everybody.
She told me she felt guilty and wanted to clear her conscience. She said sorry over and over. I told her I couldn't accept her apology right then because I felt so shocked and went home. I immediately spoke to my boyfriend, who admitted it had happened. He told me that while I'd been in the bathroom, my friend drunkenly approached him and asked if we wanted to do anything with her. She also told him if he. Let me retry that. He told me that while I'd been in the bathroom, my friend drunkenly approached him and asked if he wanted to do anything with her. She also told him she'll never know, which particularly hurt me. My boyfriend said he was sorry and that nothing happened. My question is about where I go from here. Is this worth losing my friend or boyfriend over? Or is it better to move on? I won't deny I'm very hurt and really don't know how to respond. Yeah, this friend sounds like a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's wild, dude.
I mean, it for me, it really just boils down to I think there's a way where she can keep one, but you can't keep the other.
Yeah, I would get rid of the friend because she's the one that tried to do something.
Because he didn't do anything. He didn't reciprocate, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
he
think
refused.
I do think the shitty thing is he didn't tell her when he could have been, honest with her, because it's been 2 years since that happened, and she's just now finding out, but through her friend.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of...
I don't know how their relationship is, the OOP and her friend. I don't know if he didn't say anything just to keep the peace. Granted, like, they're not saying that it's a good idea that he did, because it's not. I don't know if he was just trying to protect her feelings by not saying anything, because it might drive a wedge between her and her friend and him. It's just a messy situation all around.
Yeah, it is.
It's not the messiest situation we've had on, I almost said Am I the Weenie on relationship advice, but
it do be pretty spicy.
It do be, yeah. I don't know. That's my onion. What about you?
That's my onion. No, I agree, to be honest. I can see that he tried not to cause more drama by bringing it up to her, but I do think he should have, because
now it's making more drama.
Yeah. Her finding out 2 years later, like, I feel like she's going to be even more angry at him.
Yeah,
solely
2 years
for the fact
is a long time.
Say.
She's gonna have to sit down and have a talk with her boyfriend if she decides, that they want to, like, they're, they might argue, they might even break up, but I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna read this top comment, posted by Wild Ricochet. To be honest, this sounds like a play at creating a wedge between you and your boyfriend so that she can start prying you two apart. My vote: tell boyfriend something like, I would have preferred you told me about this situation when it happened, but I can understand why you might not have. In the future, you should really tell me about something like that when it happens. Go on living your life together. Don't let a bad friend ruin a good relationship.
Yeah.
I agree. She should definitely tell him, hey, I didn't really like finding out 2 years later through the person that tried to do it. And not my own boyfriend.
That's crazy that the friend would be like, hey, yeah, so 2 years ago.
For her to just straight up admit it, like, what was she trying to do there?
I don't know. Maybe the guilt was killing her inside. She woke up one day and was just like, coughed up blood into her handkerchief and was just in her bloody hanky and was like...
She's just coughing up guilt.
I can't. Coughing up guilt.
Coughing up guilt.
Thick red guilt.
Yummy.
I think if guilt was a color, it would be red.
I agree. I feel like it'd be like a darker red, like a blood red.
Yeah. So, yeah. Blood.
Yeah. All right, my next story was posted by a now deleted user. Title is, My 29 female boyfriend, 30 male, says this isn't my house. What would you do?
Whose house?
Side note, have you ever watched the show What Would You Do?
Yes.
With that host. What is his name? Is it John Quinones?
I'm John Quinones.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah, that guy. All right. So before I read this one, a little bit of a trigger warning. The partner does get aggressive with OP. So if you don't really like hearing about those things, definitely skip to the next one. Okay. My 29 female boyfriend, 30 male, says this isn't my house. What would you do? We've had a great relationship for 3 years, but we have been arguing the last few weeks. We were leaving a friend's house when I told him I didn't get the leadership job I applied for, making $100K, but I did get a promotion/raise in my current job. $70K. He starts scolding me, saying everyone around me knows I should have gotten the other job, but I'm not confident enough, so they turned me down. I rebutted that I'm not qualified for the job. We argue back and forth when he says, you have zero self-confidence. Yikes. I asked him to stop raising his voice, in which he starts screaming at me. I slammed on the brakes and pulled the car over. I know it was dumb, but there was no one else on the road, and we were only going 30, so no real danger. He immediately put his hand across my neck and shakes me. You could have killed me. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's the first time he ever touched me with the purpose of scaring me. It didn't hurt. But then he proceeds to say again that I have no self-esteem. I'll never be as good as him if I don't get my shit together. He makes 5 times as much as I do. And he knew
That's disgusting.
I know. And he knew 2 days ago this was over. I was dumbfounded. We drove home in silence and I went inside. Once inside, he says he's done arguing with me and I can sleep on the couch. I asked him the audacity. I asked him to leave in the morning and he says, I'm not leaving. You can go fuck yourself. And I tell him it's my house. He then says, no, it's some dead lady's house. It's not even yours.
What?
We're about to get context.
It's like, who's the dead lady? Let's see.
Context. Trigger warning. 7 years ago, I couldn't get the loan for my house because lack of credit. I had the down payment and could afford the monthly payments though. My mom took the loan out for me and I just pay it every month. She never lived here. He was in the room with me a few months ago when I held my dying mom and watched how hurt I was and have been since her death. He was my biggest support system until now. My dad passed 20 years ago while I held him after a car crash we were in together. When he said that, my mouth dropped open. He saw that and followed it up with, "You should leave because I've warned you. I can rip you apart." That was nothing. I burst into tears and told him to give it his best shot so we could just end it. He told me to use my imagination since my self-worth is so low. He knows I already say the worst things to myself anyway. I slept on the couch and woke up to a text from him saying he doesn't want to argue with me anymore. He wants us to be a team. He just wants the best for me, and I can decide from here what I want to do.
Oh, really?
Up until the last 3 to 4 weeks, we have been the perfect couple. I don't know what happened. Do I talk it out with him so we can forgive each other and understand each other, or was this too far? What would you do? Definitely way too far. You need to get as far away from this man as you can. Fucking call the police and tell them to just watch you pack your stuff and leave.
Yeah.
So he doesn't try anything. Because that man is unstable as fuck. And
yeah,
a piece of fucking shit.
Up until the last 3 to 4 weeks, we've been the perfect couple. Like, if he would, like, just act like this, I don't even want to know what he was like before they even, like, met.
Yeah. Wait, to be honest, she doesn't even need to leave. She needs to get him to leave because it's her house. It was her mom's.
It's her fucking house.
The fuck? Yeah, no, he needs to get the fuck out.
It's not his house. That's for damn sure.
Not at all. And for him to be like, you can sleep on the couch. Pardon? I'll kill us both.
Where the fuck do you get off, dude?
That's crazy, dude.
Jesus. Salt of the earth, this man is.
This man. He's like hit by a bus.
No, they need to do the thing with the rats from Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. That's yeah, no.
Do it in public.
This top comment, if you are ever in a situation like that, call the police and also a family member, hopefully male, over. Your next step is to ask him to move out. If he refuses, start eviction proceedings. I'd have that conversation with a male friend or relative present. He is telling you he thinks you're worthless. You're not. He's telling you he can kill you. He can. I'm going to question if your relationship was really as perfect as you claim until the last few weeks. But if you think he's having a psychotic break, he needs mental health treatment.
Yup.
Yeah. This poor OP. I cannot imagine being in that situation, how terrifying it must be, and how, like, hopeless you must feel. Because she's saying he was her only support system while she was going through, like, so much trauma. Like, I can't imagine having that be your only support.
And, you know, like, imagine, like, that was, like, one of the first times that he did that. Imagine, like, being with someone for, like, 3 years, and it's, like, escalated to that point. And I can't imagine just the fear of, like, seeing this person that you've known for quite a decent amount of time, seeing them like that must, like, completely erase everything that you've, like, known or have ever, like, felt about them. And it must be so fucking confusing and just so fucking heartbreaking. Like, oh. Like,
this guy fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And I hope OP was able to get out of that because, wow, she did not deserve that. Our next story title is My 30 male wife, 31 female, doesn't appreciate my bees. I'm considering divorce. What should I do? My wife.
How old's Hosier? Is this about, like, because he's a beekeeper, right?
God damn it. Yeah, he is. My wife and I have been married for 5 years now. I work mainly in accounting and personal finance advice, while my wife is a math teacher at our local high school. Recently, I've been researching and preparing to start a bee colony, as I have been interested in bees for a long time and have recently reached a place financially where both me and my wife are able to pay bills and have bees. Before I did anything, I spoke with my wife about my research and plan to get the bees. At first, she had some apprehensions, but we talked through them. Once we were both on the same page, I found an artificial beehive and contacted a professional beekeeper to help with the bee process, and so I began my bee journey. Take a shot really every time the word bee is in this fucking story.
Bee journey? God. Every time the word bee is said in here, this video gets sped up.
My wife and I have been
married for 5 years now. I work mainly in accounting and personal finance advice, while my wife is a math teacher at our local high school.
Every time the word bee is said, watch the Bee Movie. I'm Jerry Seinfeld.
What the fuck?
No.
A week or two later, you're such a boomer. It hurts me sometimes.
Becoming shut the fuck up. You're skipping several generations, you fuck. I have had enough of this.
Boomer.
Calling me a Facebook boomer, calling me a boomer.
Jerry
I am
Seinfeld.
sick of this.
What the fuck is
I am
that?
sick of this. Jerry Seinfeld is, once again, he has been brought up into the public eye as being a controversial figure recently. He's been on the trendings. So I was just like, yeah, I'm Jerry Seinfeld. I think I'm funny.
I think I'm funny.
Get in my car. We're going to go get coffee and talk about how we're comedians and now we can't make jokes that we want to do anymore. I'm Jerry Seinfeld.
Kill you. Okay. A week or two later, my wife comes home while I'm making dinner and tells me she invited a few work friends, all 31 females, over for dinner tomorrow. I say that's fine and continue making dinner until she requests that I move my beehive. The exchange went something like this. Wife, while I clean the house, would you mind moving your hive? It's an eyesore.
Do you want me to read the guy part?
No.
Oh.
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
Fine.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean by that?
Okay, enough. Go away.
Okay.
Me, I'm sorry, but what do you mean by eyesore? It's outside and has plenty of distance between itself and the house. Wife, I know, but I want it further back and it doesn't match the house, and I don't want my work friends thinking I let this house go into chaos when I'm not around. At this point, I had finished dinner and was setting up the table when I asked her, why is this an issue now? Didn't we agree on the placement before I even got the hive? And besides, it's hard to move a hive once it's been placed. Where were you thinking of moving it? She responded that she didn't care, she just didn't want to see it. After that, we sat down for dinner and I asked again where she wanted me to move the hive, stating that the closest forest wasn't on our property and the second option would be by the back porch. My wife repeated her answer, that she didn't care, she just didn't want to see it, and we continued on as normal. We ate, we cleaned the house in preparation, did our respective nighttime routines, then went to bed. The next day, my wife and I wake up around 5 a.m., do our morning routines, eat breakfast, and head to work. Around 4, my wife calls me while I'm still at work. High school gets done around 3. I excuse myself from a conversation I was having with a coworker, and I go to a quiet corner of the break room. I pick up and my wife starts screaming at me, and that I didn't move. I pick up my wife. I pick up and my wife, sit down in your chair. He's so fucking far away. I said, wait.
God, we're on something else today.
God, I pick
Get
up.
your sleep at night, everybody.
God, guys, please sleep. I pick up and my wife starts screaming at me that I didn't move the hive and now her work friends have to see my hideous beehive, and try and get her to calm down by apologizing and saying I forgot and that I can drive over and move it quick. My wife cuts me off and says it's too late and she'll do it herself before she hangs up. I'm standing in the break room confused and angry, so I try and focus on my work and deal with it later. I get home that night to my wife sitting at the table reading her book. She welcomes me home and I ask about her day. She says it was good. A little stressful, but nothing I couldn't handle. I then decide to bite the bullet and ask about the hive and how she handled it. Wife. Oh yeah, your bees. I almost forgot. It was hard moving the beehive because the bees kept stinging me. So when I tried to set it down, it fell and broke. So I left it there because it is your hive after all. Me. You broke my hive? How long has it been sitting like that? Wife.
My hive!
My hive? Wife. It's been like that since I called you. I looked out of the window to see my hive laying on the ground. Parts of the walls were broken as well as the legs and other crucial parts of the hive. When I took a step outside to get a closer look, I saw my bees flying around, unsure of where to go. I called the...
Oh.
That's so sad.
That's really fucking sad.
I called the beekeeper contact and asked for a description of the damage. When I told him, he said that there isn't much he can do, but he'll call a friend to try and fix the things they can. I thanked him, hung up the phone, and walked back inside feeling defeated. When I re-entered the house, I walked upstairs, not even glancing at my wife. I took a shower and cried. My dream of having a beehive of my own was gone, and there wasn't much I could do. When I got out of the shower, my wife was already in bed. I crawled in next to her and laid awake for hours, questioning our relationship, and if she really loves me, why didn't she leave the hive alone? I've been contemplating divorce as I realized that after she destroyed my hive, she has never once apologized, nor does she seem empathetic in the slightest. I tried asking for an apology, and all I got was, why should I apologize for doing you a favor? I never asked for an apology since, and I'm wondering how I never noticed this behavior from her before, and I don't know what to do. Deep down, I still love her, but she also can't understand why I'm so upset. What should I do?
Divorce! Divorce!
Yeah, no, it's not even like just the fact that it's bees. Like, it's the fact that she knew it was something you were so passionate about and so excited about, and that you saved money for. You even went out of your way to like talk to her and like about the whole situation, and she agreed and she was all good with it. And then to all of a sudden switch up and then just destroy it. And not be
and also like kind of like berate him for even having it around. Like she called it ugly or hideous.
Like, that's so fucked up.
Like it, like you said, regardless if it's a beehive, if it was just anything else, any kind of passion that he had, any kind of, in this context, like a physical object, and she just neglected it and just like broke it. That's and doesn't understand why you're upset and doesn't even actually apologize for it.
Yeah, she doesn't even feel bad about it.
Like, what is that? Like, what does that say about her as a person? Like she has absolutely no empathy at all.
That's crazy.
It clearly shows that she cares more about her work friends or colleagues than she does about your own fucking marriage. And that's so sad.
That's so fucked. I feel really
and
bad
the
for
poor fucking
OP.
bees.
The poor bees. They lost their home. Now they don't know where the fuck to be.
I was about to say, was that a joke? Was that a pun?
It wasn't on purpose, but it did it.
Yeah. You know, I don't know how you feel about bees. When I was younger, I was the kid that would like run away from if I saw.
I still
a bee.
do. Bugs scare me, but I would never fuck with a bee. Be like, yeah, I know you're essential to living this life. I'm gonna keep you around. I'm just gonna run.
I don't really run from bees. I don't run from bees anymore, unless it's like, you know, unless I know that I like accidentally like agitated it or something. Yeah. Like at work sometimes, if I'm throwing something out in like a dumpster, sometimes there will be like a bee and I'm like scared that I'm gonna like throw like the bag and it's gonna hit it and it's gonna be like, fuck you.
You're like, what the fuck? I'm gonna kill myself just to sting you. Like,
yeah.
Oh.
Which is such a crazy concept.
I know. They're so mad that they kill themselves just to fucking cause you pain.
It just reminds me in the bee movie where the main bee, his friend ends up stinging somebody at the end and then they save him and they gave him a new like stinger. Yeah. But it was one of the plastic swords that you get on like those sub platters.
Dude, the bee movie, unhinged as hell, but iconic.
I haven't seen it in years.
Neither have I, but I just think it's so fucking wild that a woman fell in love with a bee.
I think my family still has it on DVD somewhere.
How were you allowed to watch that? You weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob.
What do you mean, how was I allowed to watch that? It's a bee movie.
Yeah,
it was a DreamWorks film.
What a Nickelodeon?
No, I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob because we never had Nickelodeon.
Oh, I thought.
But my mom also wouldn't have wanted us to watch SpongeBob anyway because she did think it was stupid. But
that's unfortunate.
that didn't stop us from watching it whenever we could get our hands on it.
We're gonna get our grubby little hands on it.
Yeah, I need my SpongeBob fix.
Okay. This top comment, posted by even_budget 2078. OP, it doesn't matter if it's an art piece, favorite coffee mug, vegetable garden, or bees. It's something you were passionate about and made you very happy. And she knew that. And she purposefully destroyed it. Whether her dislike for your bees outweighed her care for what matters to you, or she did it to hurt you, I don't know. Neither is acceptable. I think you need to tell her how serious this is. Tell her you are contemplating divorce, and don't let her spin this into it's just a beehive. I agree.
Court. Honor, it's your honor, it's just a beehive.
Your honor. It's just the bees. The judge is a beekeeper. What do you mean, just bees?
The judge is a bee. He's just sitting there. He's just like, his wings are flapping. He's just like,
your sentence is death. Oh,
yeah, by stinging.
By stinging.
I'm allergic to bees. No epi-pen for you.
No epi-pen for you.
Oh my god. They lock her in the room and then they let the bees in, but there's an epi-pen in a like glass container and she has to figure out like an algorithm.
She has to go through an obstacle course.
She has to go through an obstacle course while being chased by bees to get to the epi-pen, but they've made it so there's no way she's gonna be able to. Like, it would take a miracle, an act of God to get to that epi-pen. When you get to the if she makes it to the epi-pen, there's like a keyhole, but there's no key.
It's just to find the key. So fucked up. God. Okay.
It's like, what have we learned from this episode? That Darryl is a maniac? Yeah.
Okay. My next story is posted by user Opaque Scotch Tape. My boyfriend, 28 male, didn't buy me Boba. How do I explain to him that I feel like this is yet another sign in a pattern of being inconsiderate? Okay, so it's not just Boba. Let me preface it with that. It's a million little things and some way bigger ones. We moved in together 6 months ago. Things are normally chill. We get along, we can hang. However, I feel like he doesn't think of me. I ask him to do the dishes. He will leave them for 3 or 4 days, molding in the sink, until finally my roommate or I do it, because it's nasty and has to be done. There's no forks. I will ask him over and over again, and he just won't do it. I work from home and he works outside of the house. So I have more wiggle room to do chores, so I do more chores. I figured he would compensate by pulling more weight in another area. For instance, he makes 3 times the salary that I do. 3 times.
Gross.
But he wants me to pay 50-50 on our dates, which would be fine if I didn't buy and cook most of our at-home meals and also do the majority of the chores. That's not fair. That's not 50-50.
Nope.
He also doesn't pay any of my rent or bills. When I brought this up to him the first time, he didn't believe that I did that much for him. He thought we did equal chores and food buying. I had to start sending him literal receipts and have him compare each of our contributions. I also started sending him lists of things I did every day so that he would know what I had done and I had records too. I thought maybe he really didn't know, and maybe he would change his attitude and pick up more slack in other areas, but nope, he still wants to go halvesies with money, and does more chores now, but certainly not half. For example, he put laundry in the wash, but then asked me to do the folding, the most labor-intensive part of laundry. And he will buy groceries and cook, but he makes maybe 1 meal for my 4. And he will get takeout for us at least once a week, which I know is more expensive, but that's the cost of not putting the labor in to cook it yourself. Since I put my labor in for my food and he didn't, it's 1 meal of mine is equal to 1 meal of his, in my opinion. But he says since takeout costs more money, it counts as multiple of my home-cooked meals, which I don't think is fair. To be tracking all of this is kind of insane.
Yeah, imagine like just a giant, like a notebook, just
like, wow.
being up at night, huddled over a lamp, just this.
Like, having to just have that relationship where you need to track shit, that's just so wild. All right, I recently bought a lot of groceries. I cooked meals and he ate 5 of them. He also drank all of my bottle of alcohol and the sodas and juice I bought. Then he asked me out to Boba. The day after I cooked him dinner and he finished off my alcohol. And he had me pay for my own Boba. It was $6. And when he bought his own, he didn't tip. This man makes 6 figures. I'm feeding him with the food I bought using food stamps. And he invited me on a date and made me pay. After eating my food and drinking my drinks. I don't know how to explain to him that him not paying for a boba pissed me off. I don't know how to explain why I feel like this is just another sign on the highway of consistent disrespect. Every time I try to explain this to him, his solution is to just stop doing things for each other. But in my opinion, that's not a partnership. That's a bad roommate who wants sex. My other roommate who travels for work and has maybe been at home half the time my boyfriend has cleaned the kitchen more time than my boyfriend has. By a significant amount. And on top of that, I had a break to grab coffee in between work sessions. I told him that I had 3 minutes before I had to go back. He chose right then to ask me why I was upset with him. Like, I just told you I have 3 minutes before returning to work. Why would he ask me a serious question and expect an answer right then? Like, I just told you I'm on a time crunch. I feel like this kind of thing happens a lot. It's small, it's subtle, but it's also big. I just don't think he considers others. There's 2 little edits, but what are your thoughts so far?
The fact that he makes 3 times more, you know, she even said that she wouldn't mind contributing, but it's clear that it's, even though he makes more, he should still be putting some effort in, more effort than he's putting in, which is like not even a lot. at all.
It's one thing to feel like, oh, I have to be stingy because, like, I don't want someone to take advantage of me because I make money or whatever the fuck. But it's very fucking obvious that this girl does so much for him.
Yeah.
And is literally just tired of being taken advantage of. It's like, it's the other way around. You're taking advantage of her.
Yeah.
When the least you could do is get her a fucking boba. Get her some food and not expect to be paid back. If I'm in a relationship, if I have the means to, I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of my partner. Like, why would you not? That should just, like, you should want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Not like track everything y'all do for each other. So it's like you guys are even. That's
it's a
weird.
competition.
Yeah, that's
weird. It becomes a competition. It becomes a game. It literally becomes a game because you're keeping score. What do you do in games most of the time? You keep score.
Yeah, and somebody wins. But this is not a game. This is a relationship, dude.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? You're about to not have a fucking girlfriend. All right. So the first edit. We live in a 3-bedroom and we each pay for our respective rooms splitwise. Oh, damn. So they all have their own. Okay. Yes, we each have our own rooms. I like my girly space and he snores. We split utilities evenly. I do not pay for his rent and he does not pay for mine. Even. The second edit. I confronted him. He told me he never asked me to fold the laundry, that I just did that on my own. When I insisted he did say that, his reply was, well, that doesn't seem like something I do. Oh, gaslighting. Oh, sick. Next time he said, I'm trying to hurt him by implying he has an alcohol problem and that he, in fact, did take care of the dishes.
What? Where did the alcohol problem
Where
come
did the
in?
alcohol problem come? So I showed him the dirty dishes just sitting there and he said, okay, if I didn't do it, I meant to. I do all these other things, but you're mad about the one thing I forgot. Y'all, I wish I was making this up. This is literal gaslighting, isn't it? Yeah. I showed him the dirty dishes and he has the stomach to say if he didn't do it. After that, he started talking about how I've hurt him too before. And when I said we can talk about that after we address this, he refused to speak to me anymore. With the peace sign emoji. If anyone is looking for a roommate, I cook and clean. Oh, OP. You sound
Man.
fun. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. If you need a roommate,
Hit me up.
Brianna's got you. Yeah, Brianna's
Hit me
got
up. Let's move in together, Queen.
you. She has a cat.
I do have a cat, and she tolerates people.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good quality to have in a cat.
It's a good quality. She tolerates people. Oh, this one comment by Clark Walker. Your quote-unquote boyfriend, if you even want to call him that, is a goddamn inconsiderate man-child. I'm 38 years old, been with my wife 20 years. My wife makes more than I do, and I pay for everything. Did chivalry just fucking die off somewhere along the way? Things will not get better. He will not change. He is set in his ways, and if you want this the rest of your life, it's your choice. If it was me, I'd leave him and find a real man who will treat you like the queen, and all women deserve to be treated. Yeah! Clark!
Yeah, let's go, Clark. Let's go, Clark.
Everybody,
let's go, Clark.
give it up for Clark. Yep, agreed. Agreed as hell. Whoa. Also, the part where she says, this man makes 6 figures. I'm feeding him with the food I bought using food stamps?
That's
What?
wild.
Are you insane?
The amount of difference,
Like, that, just that sentence.
like, makes me want to vom.
Like, that's disgusting, dude. This guy fucking sucks. That is a common theme today. This guy fucking sucks.
If I was this guy, you know what I would do? If I'm making 6 figures every month, I would slide like a check for like $2,000, $1,500 just under the door, or just give it to her. Well, no, never mind. They're. It's weird because they're like dating, but they're also not.
They are, though.
I mean, they are, but it feels like it's just
it feels like a
you know,
transactional relationship.
Yeah, a very transactional relationship. They don't even have the same bed. It's like the when couples used to back in the day, they were two separate beds just like pushed together.
Yeah.
Or they had separate beds. They just have separate rooms.
They fully separate rooms. And in a way, I get it, to be honest, because like she says he snores and she likes her little
You need your
girly
space.
Yeah. She likes her little girly space, which honestly, it could be very healthy having separate rooms in a relationship. It doesn't mean you can't sleep together occasionally.
Nope, that's exactly what it means. She has like a
Nope, that's exactly.
There's a sign on her door that says snoring, and then the You know, that
They
that
both
time,
have twin
no
beds, so they
snoring.
can't share.
Yep.
But yeah, no, she deserves so much better. And like Clark said, she deserves to be treated like the queen that she is. She cooks, she cleans, she does so much. She does chores. Like, what? Are you kidding?
No,
No.
not at all.
Insane. All right, well, I'm done.
Yep. All right, moving on. All right, so my post here was posted by Red Devil one not. Hang on.
Hey, it's spreading.
It's contagious. All right, my post here that I got for y'all was posted by user red_devil 1902, 24 male. I had a date with a 23 female, and I walked out from her place after being disrespected. Did I do anything wrong?
Probably.
Let's not assume that here that OP just cause he's a guy that he did the bad thing.
Fair.
I was a bad boy. I did some bad things.
I hate you.
So a little backstory. I'm 24 male and I met this 23 female. I met this female for the first time a few days ago after I'm 24 male and met this 23 female for the first time a few days ago after talking on Hinge. Went out for drinks and we hooked up. We hadn't talked about what we were planning for, but she told me I'd never really asked her out, so I did, and she invited me over to her place for some pasta as she had a long workday. She doesn't drink and loves dark chocolate. I took some chocolates as my culture taught me that whenever you're visiting someone, carry something nice. And she completely ignores it and gives it back because she doesn't want any chocolate today. Maybe some other day. So on to the date. We start talking and immediately she mentions that we're on the second date because her friend thought I was nice and should give me a second chance. That kind of bummed me off.
Sorry,
What?
bummed me off.
That kind of bummed me out, but I let it slide because I thought it was a joke. In parentheses, it wasn't. And then we decided to make some pasta and watch a movie, but all along, all she did was scroll on her Instagram, check up on some work, or text her girlfriends. I'm someone who doesn't like checking on my phone when I'm around someone else, so this kind of felt bad. After dinner, she said, let's cuddle, and then you can go as I have work early the next day tomorrow. The next day tomorrow. After dinner, she said, let's cuddle, and then you can go since I have work tomorrow. So yeah, we cuddle and end up having sex, and she doesn't sleep at her time, so
it's very obvious this person's first language is not English.
Yeah. So yeah, we cuddle and end up having sex. And
just read it how it is. Fuck it.
okay, fine. And she doesn't sleep at her time, so while we're in bed after the sex, she mentions it's my fault if she wakes up late. I said, LOL, I'll wake you up in the morning by giving you a call to make sure you're not late. Then she tells me I'm crossing boundaries by trying to help her, and she wants to take things slow. I mean, what? I didn't even mention anything about the future. I just wanted to make sure she didn't get to work late. And I'm a morning person anyways. So yeah, I got pissed and got up to get my shoes on, and while getting them on, she asked me for a hug, and I was already tying my laces by then, so I tied them and leaned in for a goodbye hug, and she tells me, now you're touching me after touching your shoes. And then I was completely mad, and I just told her to go to sleep, and then I'll leave, and then I left her house. I don't know what she wanted from me. Just a hookup, dating, I don't know, but at least talk about it and communicate. God, this was a horrible thing to go through.
I'm crying.
It was so hard to read. I'm sorry. I know that they tried their absolute best, but goddamn, stop wasting your time on this girl.
God.
For the love of fuck.
No, yeah.
There are greener pastures.
Woo!
There are greener women on the other side.
Yeah, no, this girl was just interested in a hookup. So, I mean...
Yeah, pain in the fucking ass.
Pain in the fucking ass. You deserve better, King. You should have someone who, like, wants the same as you. But also, I mean, not really. He didn't really do anything bad. He was just like, hey, if you need someone to help you wake up in the morning, I got you. We just fucked. So, I mean, might as well.
Yeah. It's, you know,
that's what I would do, to
like,
be
you're
honest.
touching me after you touched your shoes.
Shut up, dude. He was tying his
After
shoes.
you just like
After
exchange fluids.
He was fully inside of you for us.
That's where you cross. That's where the line gets crossed for you.
Holy shit. This girl sounds insufferable.
Yeah, Jesus, man. All right, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Let's move on here. All right. My next post was posted by Juicy Reddit user 101. This one is pretty adorable. Baking cookies for my crush, female 21 and male 25. I'm female 21, my crush is male 25. So we met at a gym, and I'm pretty sure he has a crush on me too. Recently, his pet died and told me how he's felt depressed about it and how he's been down lately. I was wondering if you all think it's a good idea for me to bake him some cookies. Parentheses, I've seen him eat cupcakes and we hung out and ate ice cream, so I'm sure he's okay eating cookies, despite being a really fit guy. Would me baking him cookies be too forward? I was thinking about surprising him at our gym with them. Advice, please.
Oh, that's so precious.
Adorable!
Oh my god. I don't think it's too forward.
No, I was reading this on my stoop yesterday. Obviously, I didn't read the last one that I picked, but I was reading. I read this one.
I skimmed through the other one.
But I read this one, and I was like, man, I want to get like a wholesome one in here. Like you said, it's not too forward at all. I think that's really cute.
Yeah, they already hung out once before and had ice cream, so that's so cute.
I think it's cute and thoughtful, but maybe not too many cookies. Then OP commented, "Is 6 okay?"
Oh, that's so
I'm
cute.
totally not Satan. Said, "Yeah, that feels like a good amount. Anything more, and it's too large an amount of cookies to make for someone. Plus, you typically make cookies as a dozen or so at a time, so you can keep some for yourself." Yeah, when
This is so
Morgan
fucking
makes
cute.
these, like, speaking of really cute, Morgan makes these apple butter snickerdoodles, and she also makes these like really good molasses cookies. And when she gets in the baking mood, like, I'll come over and there'll just be racks of cookies, and just put in the Tupperware containers, ship them off to all our friends. If you move up here, you can join the cookie crew.
Woohoo! Cookie crew.
Yeah. But no, cookies are that's so cute. I love that so much. Juicy Reddit user, you're my new favorite.
It's literally so fucking wholesome. God damn it.
All right. Next one here. This one was posted by Thrower A -lunch. My 38 female, husband 39 male, hid having lunch with a coworker, 25 female, and said my food was tasteless. What do I do? Feed him to Gordon Ramsay.
Agreed.
I want this to be quick. I feel really weird about this, and I'm on the verge of asking for a separation. So, I've been with my husband for 15 years, married for 11. Amazing relationship. Small bumps, of course, but nothing like this. I've always made lunch for my husband to take to work, and up until a little over a month ago, that was fine. Middle of March, he said that a new Turkish food stand opened up outside his office, and that he'd been eating lunches there instead because they were good. All right. No problem. So he just completely stopped asking for lunches. I had packed maybe 5 during this time frame for him, but I'm not even sure he was eating them now. So on Thursday, I was at home working and I had a phone call from him. Thought he was calling during his lunch, but he had butt dialed me instead. At first, I didn't hear much, just him talking to someone, and I was about to hang up until I heard a woman's voice as well. I wouldn't say I'm a jealous person, but I was a little bit curious, so I muted my call at work and listened. It was just standard conversation at first. He was praising this woman's cooking a lot, which of course made me realize that he was eating lunch this coworker made. I was a bit peeved, but there's an explanation, sure. Although that went out the fucking window when she said, "Is it better than your wife's?" To which he replied, "Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's not tasteless for a start," followed by laughing. Man.
Wow.
First of all, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? 15 years of cooking and now he has a complaint? And not even to me, but some coworker? Also, that absolutely isn't innocent on her end, right? I'm not crazy in thinking that's so weird. Why even bring me up? Anyway, I raised hell, ended the call, sent him a message not to worry about my tasteless cooking anymore, and that he can eat from the bin from now on. He's apologized, says he loves my food and that he was just trying to seem cool in front of his coworker. I asked why he lied about where he was getting lunch from, and he said that initially he did get it from that stand, but the coworker started offering and he didn't want to tell me because he thought I would get jealous. Yeah, can you blame me? So, I've been asking him since. I'm still pissed, to be honest. I haven't made him lunch or dinner, only for myself since he said that he dislikes it so much. He said today that he's apologized and that I shouldn't keep punishing him, but I'm literally an inch away from going to my mom's. I have a suitcase with my clothes packed under our bed ready. My dad thinks it was a stupid comment, but that I should work it out. Mom is on my side regardless of my decision. I'm thinking about leaving for a few days at least. Maybe a separation, but I honestly just want some reassurance if that's what's best here.
Damn. Ooh, I'd be heated.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'd be so mad.
Damn.
And yeah, when she said that the coworker isn't innocent either, facts. Because why did she bring her up? Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Is it better than your wife's? Shut up. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, if he's like that comfortable, like talking that openly about his wife, you know,
that's weird.
Regardless of if he was posing it as a joke or not, that just shows that he's comfortable making that type. He's talking that way.
Like,
about
who
his
knows
wife
what else? What else he said about her?
It's probably not the first time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's fucked up.
That's pretty sus.
I hate that. I hate that very much.
What, that I just said sus?
No, everything.
Oh.
Was hello? In the story.
I was waiting for you to call me a boomer again.
No, I mean, you are, but...
This next post was posted by Itty Bitty Spidey. My boyfriend, 25.
That's a good pickup line.
Yeah.
How old are you, 25?
My boyfriend, 29 male, won't let me, 26 female, use my baby blanket anymore. I just want it back, and I don't know what to do. Saying I just want it back implies that he took it.
Yeah.
And
I don't like that already.
I don't like that at all. All right, let's go. I've had my baby blanket that I cuddle with since I was a baby, and it's been helping me with my stress and anxiety, mainly because I find comfort in the smell and texture. However, my boyfriend thinks it's gross and weird that I still have this childish habit and told me I need to grow out of it and be an adult, so he hid my blanket away from me for my own good. I've been very stressed since, and I've been crying the whole day, but he just neglects my feelings by saying that this blanket is a weird crutch that I don't need, and the fact that I'm reacting this way shows that I am unhealthily addicted to this blanket. Like a drug addict begging for drugs. Jesus Christ.
Hello?
I tried to tell him how important the blanket is to me, but he won't listen to me, and I asked for alternatives like using a different blanket, but he said no, because it's a habit of cuddling a blanket that I need to get rid of. Man, each paragraph makes me hate this dude even more. I know he just wants the best for me, but I really want my blanket back. I'm so unmotivated to do anything, and I just want to rot, and I don't know what to do. Is my habit actually unhealthy and childish, and is it something that I need to get rid of? There's an edit, and there's several updates here. What do you think so far? Actually, let me say something real quick.
Okay.
I can relate to this because I have like, it's not something that I've like held on to, but here's how I can understand and very much sympathize and relate to OP. I have a thing for like my pillow. Like, I have like one pillow that like I said, I haven't had this since I was a child. It's not the same pillow, guys. Relax.
It's just the flattest pillow you've seen.
it's like a piece of paper at this point. But no, like, I have this pillow that I've had for like, I'll stick with like one pillow. I'll have other pillows on my bed, but it's like my favorite pillow that I sleep on like all the time. And it's like, I like it really cold in my room, so I like the cold texture of the pillow. And it's like, it's not memory foam, but it's also like, it's pretty squishy as well. So like my head will like melt right into it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I like the texture, and I like how it's like constantly always has like a cold side to it. And I also like the way that it smells, because it smells like my shampoo and just, you know, me.
So
I guess.
wholesome. You just went through a whole like checklist of why you love it so much.
Because I just wanted to explain like why like that's a thing that I like.
Yeah, no, that's wholesome as fuck. Everybody has their thing that brings them comfort. I don't have one, but I sympathize.
All right. What are your thoughts so far? You hate this guy, right?
Yeah, this guy again. This guy sucks.
Oh god. Edit. All right. Edit for more details about the situation. I don't think I'm actually overly attached to my blanket. I go outside all the time and I don't have it with me, and I function fine. I normally use the blanket at nighttime to help me sleep better or cope with stress because I find comfort through the texture. See, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
You know, if it was like something that she
takes it everywhere she goes.
Yeah, like or like to work or like I don't know out to the bar or like I don't
That
know
would be wild.
then you might like you might have to see like a psychiatrist or about that and see if you have some sort of like I don't know unhealthy attachment to that, which could be like I don't know causing like other problems in her life, but doesn't seem like that at all.
No.
I asked myself, and I think I'm just very upset right now because of how my precious thing from my childhood is taken away from me without any consent, and I'm not allowed to get it back.
Yeah,
and
what the fuck?
The belittling of like, no, you're an adult, like act like one. You know, what the fuck, dude? You're such a dick.
Who are you, dude? Shut up.
An asshole.
Yeah.
His reasoning behind this is that I'm an adult, so I need to act like an adult. And holding a blanket is a childish behavior, and nobody my age does it anymore. I doubt that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? This sounds like somebody who had his teddy bear ripped away from him by his toxic father.
Yeah, and now he's just reenacting.
Mirroring
Yeah.
Pa. Yeah.
Mirroring Pa.
Yeah. He said his parents also throw away things he loves, and that he does get mad for a couple days, and he eventually will get over it, and he says the same thing will apply to me, and bet on it that by the end of the month, I'll forget about this blanket, which I completely disagree.
I also disagree. I
Me
agree
too.
with your disagreeing.
Yeah, 100%. Edit again, because a lot of people ask me to find the blanket or if I know where it is. I don't know, but I will definitely look more thoroughly. But I think he hasn't thrown it away yet because I asked him where it is and if I can have it back, and his response was that he'll burn it or toss it if I keep bugging him about it.
Hello? This guy sounds fucking insane. What the heck?
All right, we have 3 updates here. All right, with the time and everything.
Time and
Update.
date.
Yeah. Update 4:27 at 1:48 Central CST. Does that sound-
Central.
My parents are aware now and are extremely worried and ask me to reevaluate this relationship and leave him slowly so he doesn't freak out. His sister and parents also found out about the situation. His sister is heading over and will try to comfort him with me. Confront!
I was like,
I was like, no!
no.
His sister and parents also found out about this situation. His sister is heading over and will try to confront him with me, and his parents claim that they're too worried to care. What?
What?
However, my boyfriend said his sister and I are both hysterically annoying and both act like 5-year-olds and will not listen to anything we have to say. So I actually don't know how this will go. Update 4:27 at 5:20 Pacific. Why are we changing time zones here?
I was like, did she travel? Like,
His sister and I tried talking to him, but he went over like a couple states. His sister and I tried talking to him, but he said our feelings don't matter, and it's ridiculous how big of a deal we made. He said he told his friends the problem, and everyone says that he's right. He threw away all my stuffs just now and tossed things at my face. It hurts. I don't know how to add the picture, but I am hurt. Update 4:30, 1:22 Pacific. Hello all. Sorry for not updating for the past 2 days. Just needed to think about this whole situation and everything that's been happening. He returned my blanket, and it's safe and sound with me now, and my mom is in town, so she's been taking care of me. I'm fine. Sorry for causing everyone troubles and worries, but I'm safe now and doing okay. With my blanket, I now just need to focus on my mental because everything that's been happening has been a lot for me.
fair.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Man, that's horrible. Man. I'm glad that LP that you have your blanket back and that he didn't, do anything with it, because No, this dude needs help.
Yeah, very much so.
Serious fucking help.
This guy is weird. Weird.
He's more than weird. He's fucking abusive.
Very abusive.
No, like that's fucking awful. Like people, like I know plenty of people that still sleep with stuffed animals and stuff.
Yeah, me too. It's something that
what the
brings you comfort.
fuck?
Like we all need something to
Like-
make this life easier. Why are you gonna shit on whatever that is for someone? Especially your girlfriend?
Chances are they had something ripped away from them when they were younger, and that they're like repressing this, and they're like, no, if I can't have it, nobody can have it. So I'm gonna just like
Yeah, that's loser
do this
energy.
as people that I care about. Yeah, that's big loser fucking energy, man.
Whoa. Whoa.
We hate this top comment here by Katie Cat. This is awful. My baby blanket was thrown away by housekeeping at a hotel a couple years ago, and my husband asked every employee he could where it might be, somehow talking them into allowing him access to the laundry facilities, and literally dug through the dumpster trying to find it for me.
Aww.
We never found it, but that he tried so hard meant the world. Please get rid of this man.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
what your significant other should do.
Yeah.
Not fucking contribute into you losing it.
Also, housekeeping just throwing it away. Like, bring it to the desk and like wait for someone to
that's
call.
Wild. Housekeeping said,
Like-
fuck this blanket. What if it was an actual
Recent-
child?
Yeah. Just throw this baby out.
Throw this baby out.
I recently was in Maine, for a thing, and I accidentally left 2 of my coats in the closet.
Damn,
Why did
2
I
of
leave?
them?
Why did I somehow manage to leave 2 coats? I usually never. If there's like a closet space in a hotel, I usually never hang things up in there. So it was the last place I was thinking of looking. For some reason, I thought of hanging the coats up in there. And I just like left, went back to New York without them, called, and then my aunt, like, you know, they held on to it. Housekeeping went down and like left it at the front desk.
Damn.
So
Not one thought was going through your head.
nope.
Nope.
I got everything except for my 2 coats.
My 2 coats.
And it was snowing when we left.
love
So
that for
you'd
you.
think that I would have, remembered, but no.
Yeah, that's, it's really hard out here. Any more thoughts and prayers?
Make him walk the plank.
Make him walk the plank.
That's what I think.
Punch him.
Walk the plank. Shark-infested waters. I think so. You think people are gonna be like, wow, you guys really wish like the worst
Yeah,
fates upon these like men?
and we should continue doing that to the men that deserve it.
Not all men.
All right, well, guys, that was relationship advice. We hope you enjoyed our unhinged advice because we are not relationship experts, even in the slightest. But we're still gonna keep doing these.
Can you imagine if we had like a call line and we had couples call in and ask us for couples counseling?
That would be wild, but we should do that one day. Patreon.
That would actually be really fun.
That would be.
If we did a Patreon someday and did it like that.
Yeah, we could have like a call-in number, everything.
Yeah. We do intend on having a Patreon at some point and like have like exclusive content on there, but that could be a fun idea. But until then, you're gonna be getting Reddit stories, bitch.
If you guys want to binge all of the other Spice It Reddit stories that we have, there's going to be a playlist at the end of the video where you can just go on and binge them. You don't even have to do it in order. You can do it whatever one you see fit.
You guys can also get these Reddit stories on the go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts and such. And we'll be back soon with another spicy Reddit stories episode.
Woo!
Until then, I'm Jim Ross. This is my...
And I'm Joe Rogan. Thank you so much for joining us.